And therefore, I support this, and I hope the chairman of Health Committee is hearing us well. This is a nationwide issue. We want a report that can satisfy us all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, MP for Dr. Proceed, Dr.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. You know, Honorable Speaker, we all agree this problem is a countrywide problem. It's not unique to Kericho, it's not unique to any county. And I think, Honorable Members, what we need to do, because we are the people who allocate the resources, can we make a resolution as a House that from the next budget, we provide enough resources to address issues related to cancer? If we do that, we'll have no reason to start lamenting here that this is not happening, so long as we set aside enough resources. And I think we have the power to do that. So even as the chair presents this report, because I've had the chair many times, Honorable Speaker, pleading with this House to give him more resources. And we are the same people who say we don't have enough resources. Let's just make a resolution. We provide enough resources for cancer treatment, even as we talk about the other support we are providing to all the other diseases. I submit, Honorable Speaker.
Take one more sentiment from KJ and then the MP for Garissa and Pukose, then Mutunga, and then, but just take a minute each to build on this so that I hope Nikal is taking note of all this.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. I just wanted to ask that your seat is in a place to ask the Health Committee to expand the scope of this investigation to be slightly bigger, to address two very key issues. One, the issue in the area where you come from, Honorable Speaker, has a historical tie to the causes that are, to the issues that are making cancer more prevalent in Northeastern Province, up to and including the dumping of radioactive material in the Moi era, in the Moi era, absolutely. That is now mushrooming into this cancer prevalence all the way down to Eastern Province and even Meru. The second issue, Mr. Speaker, is exactly what the Honorable Dr. Makali has said, that this is not a house of lamentations, Mr. Speaker, that this house will have to move to allay the fears of Kenyans by going out and giving great proposals that would see the stop of cancer not only through medicine, but also all other alternative means that are available, because when we limit ourselves to medicine, we lack the knowledge that the Africans may have had, or other alternative medicine models that would help Kenya address this cancer issue beyond just investing in health alone. Preventive measures, Mr. Speaker, nutritional issues, and all these other lifestyle matters that go beyond health. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, MP for Garissa.
Well, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to write on the same issue.
There's a pattern that's building up in here. I can see a serious pattern. One is the dumping of the toxic yes. waste in certain parts of the country, radioactive waste. The other one, I think, most likely has a lot to do with the kind of pesticides that we use in our cash crop areas, in where we have tea, coffee, miraa. So maybe you need to do a very powerful scientific research. Yeah, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, the same issue was raised by the Honorable Member of Parliament from Wajir South on the dumping of radioactive materials in the northern part of this country. And the direction was given by the Speaker to one of the committees to start some investigations and visit the area, but that never happened and materialized. And I want to ask also the Honorable Member, the Chair of Health Committee, to consider there are 4 cancer centers, in the regional cancer centers in this country. One is in Garissa, one is in Mombasa, and another one in Nakuru. I can't remember the 4th one where it is. And another one is coming up in Kisii, I understand, that to take care of this issue of cancer patients, because they're very prevalent disease now and a killer disease in the country. Now, these regional centers, Honorable Speaker, the problem that we have is that even the counties are not able to manage these facilities because even the patients are not coming from exactly one county. They come from all the counties within that region. So we'll ask the Committee of Health, the chair here, if they can consider taking up these facilities and take them back to the national government takes over these facilities of the regional health cancer centers so that they are properly run from the Ministry of Health. Counties are no longer able to run these facilities. Even the paying for the bills, electricity bills for these facilities is a problem for the county, and also the consumables for these facilities is becoming a problem. So most of the time, these facilities are not functioning. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Mutunga.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I have been looking at cancer causes in this country, and I think the report needs to be very, very comprehensive so that we can be able to know which are the carcinogenic substances that we're dealing with. Honourable Speaker, in agriculture, there are many suspected carcinogenic substances, and some of them are agrochemicals, others are wind killers, of course agrochemicals in most cases, and then there is something called aflatoxin. Aflatoxin is highly suspected to cause cancer. And instead of chemicals, what is happening in Meru could be as a result of feeding on grains that are already affected by aflatoxin. And those toxicants could be the ones that are leading.
You're not sure the kind of pesticides you use on the Mira and the other cash crops?
We do not use any pesticides on Mira, Honourable Speaker. I think where the one that has been suspected is any chemical that has got a compound called, a component called, it is called, it's not a phosphate, which is supposed to be carcinogenic, in other words. So that particular chemical needs to be checked. There has been a lot of literature floating around. Some of it is not true, it's not authentic, it's not reliable, cannot be referenced. But there is some literature that we can rely on. So we need a thorough study on this so that we know whether glyphosates are actually causing cancer as may be suspected, as well as aflatoxin.
Because, Dr.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
And then,
Honorable Speaker, you know the members are just talking of cancer, but there are various types of cancers. So, and the epidemiological prevalence per area also varies, because you'll find that maybe a cancer that is common in Kisii might not be common in Northeastern. So I think it will be important for members, just the way Honorable Makali Mulu has suggested, that we finance the National Cancer Institute so that it is able to assist us to do a proper survey of the cancers within the various areas and what could be the possible causes of those cancers.
Professor
because
Bio.
what we are just expressing is almost it's a general talk, not necessarily having an action that can be able to help us as a country. Even as we talk of, even when you look at the cancer registry, the Nairobi registry, which is done by KEMRI, it is financed by foreigners. The Eldoret registry is also funded by the foreigners. So you look at it that as a country and as a responsible parliament, we need to take charge of our country and of our health and see how best we can be able to finance the institutions, our own institutions, so that they give us proper data and we have a way forward on how we can be able to manage. And even as we talk about regional cancer centers, some of those regional cancer centers are poorly managed because there are not enough proper trained doctors. We do not have proper consumables, and even maintenance of those facilities is a problem. Okay. So thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Professor Guyo, and then Wangwe is the last one on this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's true that there are national the regional cancer institutes. And it's also true that those institutes do not serve one county. For example, when the committee visited the Garissa Cancer Center, we found that it serves Kitui, Tana River, and other parts of Northeastern and parts of Meru. So it is too much, and even Somalia border, people across the border. And there are different cancer centers in the different regions, and probably at different levels of completion. But the fact of the matter is that those centers cannot be served by the county. But the problem that we encountered in the health committee, because of devolution, the cancer team is supposed to be a national exercise, but your counties are sticking to this regional center and do not want to release it to the national government. We want members to help the committee. Ask your governors to release that regional. It just happens to be in your county. It doesn't serve only you. Please lobby with your governors and tell them to release that to the national government. It will be much more beneficial to the region. As Dr. Pukosa said, you don't even have manpower to run it. But if it's done from the national, you will have enough human personnel, you will have enough drugs, you have everything, and those things will serve the country better.
Fair enough, Professor, you've made your point.
Thank you.
Wangwe, take 1 minute only, and the Honorable, then Professor Nyikal will respond on this.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I gave a very big leeway because of the concerns Kenyans have. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would want to make a request to you, the way Honorable KJ did, that you expand the mandate of this request from the great member. Why he says, Honorable Speaker, I chair the Committee on Public Investments Committee, where National Cancer Institute reports in terms of their finances, Honorable Speaker. And when you look at the report I've submitted in this House, the dilemma NCI has, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of funding. Once we fund the NCI, the bigger research that is required, out of which we can get the issues bedeviling cancer as a whole, shall be dealt with.
Great.
Honorable Speaker, in the last 3 weeks, you saw there was a sample in Samburu where NCI partnered with the SHA. Just in a snapshot of just about 10 cases were realized within a short period of about an hour, cases of cancer. Meaning, Honorable Speaker, let's expand this request, make it open so that very many actors can make their input and we come up with an informed way on how to deal with the menace of cancer. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You're the last one. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As a member of the Health Committee, I want to also add my voice, maybe ask Honorable Kimei, that what we are talking about here is a national crisis, and we are not challenging your ruling on two weeks. But if it is to be done in a way that will also give a picture of how funding can be given to this exercise, we need more time as a health committee so that we can look all the parameters which are involved. Thank you, Speaker.
Fair enough, the chair will always ask for more time based on, the MP for Mosop, 1 second, 1 minute. And Macau, 1 minute also, quickly. Mosop.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm in support of Ms. Kemei about the issue of cancer. In my constituency, yesterday, we buried a young boy who suffered from cancer. 3 people from one family have cancer. There is another person we are supposed to bury next week who died because of cancer. This has become a big menace. Almost 28,000 people die of cancer every year in this country. My request is for the ministry to actually just do the screening, because what kills people is they discover that somebody is sick in the fourth stage or third stage, and there is nothing you can do. But if you are able to get it in first stage or stage 1, you will be able to cure or to use the medicine for that person to survive. Otherwise, it is a menace. It is the third largest cause of death in this country, and Ministry of Health has to do something about it.
You made your point. Macau, 1 minute, please, so that we can.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this. Mr. Speaker, I join the thoughts of the Honorable Kimei. He joined the long list of members of parliament in this house who have raised concerns of the increasing cancer existing in this country. Mr. Speaker, when you listen to members of parliament here, they are concerned because, as we are told, we don't know the causes of this cancer. But, Mr. Speaker, even if you go to agriculture, the inputs that we are using, we know some of the pesticides, insecticides that are finding their way to Kenya. We even have traces of DDT, which was banned many years ago. Mr. Speaker, again, for example, I come from Lower Eastern. When you look at the way Earth River, Tana, the way they are polluted, you need not ask where the cancer is coming from. However, Mr. Speaker, how I wish to convince you that sitting from the seat you are on, you invoke Standing Order 42A, that's 6B, read together with 25A, that we summon CSs of Agriculture, Environment, and Health to be here. Mr. Speaker, we have a lot of money in this country that can be allocated to cancer treatment, cancer research, because when you go to every district hospital, every level 4, 3, 2, level 5 in this country, you will find serious cancer patients from infants to old people. Mr. Speaker, I invite this House to visit any of the cancer wards in this country. And when we come back here, we will declare and force the executive to call for a national disaster, matters cancer. Because, Mr. Speaker, if we leave it like this, then we'll not be doing justice to this country, and our generations will be wiped out by this animal called cancer. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Professor Nyikal. Professor Nyikal.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Give a serious undertaking.
And thank you for actually giving the space for members to comment. And cancer is a serious problem. And as I was saying, and that's what I anticipated, that this is something, if you have to discuss and address seriously, we'll need more time. In fact, apart from the 3 weeks I was talking about, we probably will now think of a month, because members have covered areas like causes of cancer, radiation, asbestos, pesticides, agricultural chemicals, aflatoxin that we have actually dealt with before, prevention. So it is a whole area. So, Mr. Speaker, my request would be, we take a little more time, get county-specific data, which the questioner asked for.
How much more time do you need?
I think we'll need at least a month.
Okay, fair enough.
At least 1 month.
It's so directed.
Thank you,
make
Mr.
sure
Speaker.
that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The chair asks for a month. The chair is not just an ordinary chair. Order, Honorable Rafael. Order. Let me finish my communication. The chair is not just an ordinary chair. He's a professor of medicine who has taught many people, including members of my own family. So when he says he needs more time to come with something good enough for Kenyans to be satisfied with, then the chair has a responsibility to give that leeway. So it's so granted that you take a month. Yes, what's your problem, Rafael?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just wanted to agree with the Chair for Health. Mr. Speaker, asbestos were banned in the year 2006 in this country. Honorable Speaker, the department that are supposed to implement have deliberately refused to implement. 2013, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Member for Ajir brought a petition, even to my committee. On several occasions, Honorable Speaker, we have called the Principal Secretary to come before our...
Order, Rafael Ojala. Thank you very much for that very powerful concern. But I don't know if you're in the house or you're outside the house. But that asbestos was given a serious leeway. And it's part of that whole totality of it that Honorable Nyekali is going to come and report to this house. All the sentiments that were expressed in here. Honorable members, we want to make some progress. Can I? Order. Order, please. Raphael, order. Yes, what is it? What is it? Yeah, the lamentations you're making has already been addressed. Proceed. Proceed and tell me if you have anything. Don't repeat to yourself what was already.
Honorable Speaker, I'm not repeating myself.
Proceed.
But what I'm saying is to give this matter a lot of weight, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Cancer now is bigger than even HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
And the government officers are not seeing this, Honorable Speaker. Yes. Even when they are summoned to our committees, they don't want to come. Today, we have issued summons to the Principal Secretary for Environment. And, Honorable Speaker, I want to beg this House that now, if he doesn't come, I will bring sanctions to this House so that this Principal Secretary for Environment is sanctioned, Honorable Speaker. That's all that I wanted to say.
Very well taken. I'll promise you the chair will fully cooperate on that.
Thank you.
Fully cooperate on that.
Thank you.
Honorable members, I want to recognize the presence here today. Honorable Nyekal, I hope you get the gist of this thing. It's not just purely medical. You have to coordinate with the environment. You have to coordinate with the Ministry of Agriculture on pesticides and other carcinogenics. You bring us a comprehensive report. Thank you. Now, I want to recognize the presence in the Speaker's Gallery of Moody Awori School, Funyula. Busia. That I want to believe that is the county of the Honorable Oundo and the Honorable Raphael Wanjala also. I also want to recognize the presence in the public gallery of Kimong Upper Education from SOP in Nandi, and Moi University Primary School from Keses in Wasingishu. And I will for a moment allow Raphael Wanjala before Undo to say a word of encouragement to the young boys and girls out there and tell them when they should come and run for your seat.
Honorable Speaker, first of all, I want to appreciate the teachers and the students who have traveled all the way to Nairobi to this house, Honorable Speaker. Busia is the farthest county in this country, Honorable Speaker, and it must have taken them more than 12 hours to arrive in Nairobi. So I want to thank them and thank God for enabling them to reach here and enable them to go back. It is good they have come to see actually what we do. Honorable Speaker, these students who have come to see us, I want to tell them that I came to this house when I was only 30 years old, and I've stayed here till today. I want to ask them that now that they have seen what happens here, I want them to aspire so that when some of us retire, they take over from us. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Oundo, except you do not tell them when to prepare themselves.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to take this single opportunity to welcome the learners and the teachers from Moody Awori Comprehensive School, Funyula constituency. You as Honorable Speaker, you remember you served here probably with the Uncle Moody. Yes. And the school was started by the benevolence of the family Uncle Moody when he did a walk all the way from Eldoret through Busia to Funyula constituency to raise funds from the litany of friends he has to start the school. Honorable Speaker, as we stand, as I speak today, could one of the biggest schools in terms of enrollment in Western Kenya, a primary day school of about over 2,000 learners at the moment. Honorable Speaker, luckily, they have always been the best among the top in the entire Busia County in all primary school examinations. And because of that, Honorable Speaker, we, through NGCDF, we have supported them in developments to ensure we provide a conducive environment. For the learners who have come here, you have had a robust debate about cancer. I just wish most of you will proceed to become doctors, oncologists, so that we resolve this menace in this country. I also wish you work hard to become good economic managers so that you can solve the economic challenges of this country. And as you go home, probably as you go out, I'll take the minority whip. Many of you have TVs in your homes, and like what you asserted yesterday. Thank you, travel well, we'll see you outside there.
MP for Mosop to give a word of encouragement to students from Mosop and Crises. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to welcome our kids from Kemong Upper. I am so happy to see them here. I didn't expect them to be here, but I am so happy. I didn't get a chance myself when I was at their age to actually attend proceeding like this. But I want to tell these young kids, it's one of the best schools in the Mosop, in the whole of Mosop. And I want to challenge them to make sure that as they watch the proceedings, one day, one time, they will be in this house, and I believe it will be possible. Otherwise, I want to say thank you for the parents, thank you for the teachers, and thank you for everything. Asante, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, you know that I will be the president in 2032. I leave the men to fight over now. That is their problem. But in 2032, I'm the president. And because I am going to be the president, you must state correct things about me. Honorable Oundo has just said, the minority whip said that the people from Oundo's constituency cannot afford TV or watch TV. And I'm the minority whip, and I did not say such a thing. So can he please correct and say that Honorable Millie has said that the people in Oundo's constituency have TVs and can watch TV? Yeah.
Fair enough. The chair does note your sentiments and agrees with you. Now, honorable members, I think we need to make progress. And I'll now call on the Deputy Majority Leader to make a statement. I mean, I'll break with the tradition and allow him so that he can go and do some other businesses.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you very much. Speaker, this is the statement by the leader of the majority party. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2a, I rise to present the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 11th August 2026, to prioritize business for consideration during the week, and the business coming before the House in the next week. Honorable Speaker, with regard to business scheduled for Tuesday next week, the House is expected to consider the following bills at various stages, some of which are listed in today's order paper. A, second reading of the following bills: the Equalization Fund Appropriations Bill 2026 and the County Assembly Services Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 34 of 2023. I think the Honorable attendee is here for that today, and we need to quickly pass this bill so that it goes for appropriations and signed by the President. So those that come from areas that benefit from equalization can actually get their money. And I think the County Assembly Services Bill is ready. I think the lady from Nyamira is ready. The lady from Kisii. B, the Committee of the Whole House on the Equalization Fund Appropriations Bill, National Assembly Bill number 39 of 2026, if not concluded today. Additionally, Honorable Speaker, debate will be undertaken on the following motions should they not be concluded today. Third, report on the implementation status of reports on petitions and House resolutions, but I think the Honorable is here, the chairman is here, ready to present that report. Seventh, report on the audited financial statements of the various funds. Ninth, report on the audited financial statements for various state corporations. Fifth, report on the implementation status of the reports on petitions and House resolutions. Consideration of sessional paper number 5 of 2026 on the National Energy Policy. And 6, consideration of sessional paper number 4 of 2026 on the National Petroleum Policy. Honorable Speaker, it is expected that the House will also consider the following priority items in the course of the week. 1, the Competition Amendment Bill 2026, the East African Development Bank Amendment Bill 2026, Senate amendments to the National Council, Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill 2023, and 4, nominees for appointment as members of the Public Service Commission, PSC, and B, chairperson of the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA. Honorable Speaker, in accordance with the provisions of Standing Order 42A, 5 and 6, I wish to convey that two Cabinet Secretaries are scheduled to appear before the House on the afternoon of Wednesday, 19th August 2026, to respond on members' questions. They are Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife, question number 18, 2026, by the member for Kilgore East, Honorable Julius Sunkuli, MP, regarding inordinate delay in the construction of the Indolisho branch of the Kenya Utalii College. 2, question number 1019, 2026, by the member for Kilifi South, the Honorable Ken Chonga, regarding the circumstances and reasons that led to officers from the Kenya Utalii College being denied access to the Ronald Gala Utalii College on the 24th of July, 2026. And 3, question number 20 of 2026, by the member for Kajiado South, the Honorable Samuel Parashina, MP, regarding the cause of death of 16 elephants in the Amboseli ecosystems between 24th June and 31st July 2026. Cabinet Secretary for Education, question number 015-2026, by the member for Bahati, the Honorable Irene Joki, MP, regarding measures being taken by the Ministry to review and harmonize school reporting times in public learning institutions. 2, question number 016-2026, by the member for Matayos, the Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, MP, regarding the shortage of head teachers and deputy head teachers across the country. And 3, question number 01-2026, by the member for Yatta, the Honorable Robert Basil, MP, regarding the fate of serving interns whose contracts are due to expire in December 2026. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee shall reconvene on Tuesday, 18th August 2026, to schedule business for the rest of that week. I now wish to lay this paper on the table of the House, and as I do that, I want to request the Honorable Oundo to understand that what I said is that he has not been able to ensure there is electricity in his constituency, and because of that, there are no TVs. So let the people of Funyula ask their member of parliament. So I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and having done that, I lay this paper. Thank you very much.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Bai is being ridiculous and mischievous. Is the government he currently serves seen that has refused to roll out development projects and now is trying to hide behind other members of parliament to hide the failure of this regime? No Kenya is going to be hoodwinked. Kenyans are not going to be cheated, and Nakiboko ni ile is going to be a tough one. I think should go on record. Their failure cannot be transferred to anybody else. Thank you.
The provision of electricity is a national government function, not a member of parliament. So that's taken. We have two more questions sought. Honorable Ikiara. Ikiara, please be very brief.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2c, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Labor regarding the harmonization and strengthening of maternity leave entitlements for female employees in the country. Honorable Speaker, Article 41 of the Constitution guarantees every worker the right to fair labor practices and reasonable working conditions, while Article 53 provides that the best interests of the child are of paramount importance in every matter concerning the child. This Constitution guarantees and underscores the need for policies and laws that adequately protect mothers and children during the critical period following childbirth. Section 29 of the Employment Act 2007 provides female employees with 3 months maternity leave with full pay. The statutory entitlement falls below the minimum period of 14 weeks provided for under the International Law Organization Maternity Protection Convention 2000. Honorable Speaker, the duration and conditions of maternity leave have a direct bearing on the health and well-being of both mothers and children. Adequate maternity leave is critical to enabling mothers recover from childbirth, initiate and sustain breastfeeding, provide essential early child care, and establish healthy mother-child bonds. The World Health Organization and UNICEF recommend exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of the infant's life. The disparity in maternity leave also presents a broader question to different periods of leave depending on their sector or employment arrangements. There is therefore a need to consider whether the existing framework adequately promotes equitable maternity protection. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Labor on the following. 1, measures being considered to address disparity in maternity leave entitlement for employees and in public and private sector. And number 2, consultations being undertaken with the Public Service Commission, employers and employees, organizations, and other relevant stakeholders towards the harmonization and strengthening of maternity protection for employees. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I need labor. Is the chair for labor out? Where is the chair for labor? Who is a member? When you seek a statement, it's self-explanatory. I'll give you one minute, and we don't want to take all the time on this. Yes? Yes. Mazamzam.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa kina mama ambao wanajifungua watoto, hata ukiangalia katika sheria yetu ya dini, mama anashurutishwa kuweza kumnyonyesha mtoto mpaka miaka 2. Mheshimiwa Spika, katika sheria ya kimataifa, wanawake wengine wamepewa ni miezi 6. Siku 120, Mheshimiwa Spika, lakini hapa unapata wengine wamepewa 120, wengine wamepewa siku 90, kwa hiyo inakingana sana. Mimi ningependa kusema kama mama Mombasa County, mtoto kupata huduma bora baada ya kuzaliwa, mama apewe kulingana siku ya kumnyonyesha kulingana na sheria ambayo imewekwa kimataifa, aweze kukaa na yeye nyumbani, aweze kumjua ili wakati akimwacha akirudi kazini atakuwa amemtengezea mazingira mazuri ambayo mwingine aweza kumwangalilia nyumbani. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank Honorable Dorothy for bringing that statement. Mr. Speaker, it's very important, as the statement suggests, that children stay with their mothers for a long period, especially for breastfeeding. It's only, I think, yesterday or the day before that we were dealing with the breastfeeding bill by Honorable Sabina Chege. And Mr. Speaker, I'd want to, when the question is taken by the committee, if they can just find out, if the committee could let us know how many agencies are falling below the statutory provision and what action can be taken. But above that, Mr. Speaker, I just want to say that sometimes people challenge us and say that it is not possible. I know people might even challenge and say that some of us are members of parliament, that's why we are able to. But all the people who work under me who are women, when they go on maternity leave, I don't give them any less than 6 months. Sometimes I give a year. Because we must also practice what we preach. And for me, and it's not only in my house, even when I've worked, even as a director of Credo, that was the condition. And we gave sometimes up to a year. And it has to be a cost to you as employer, because if you also want your children to be taken good care of. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Donya, I thought you were going to take the undertaking on behalf of the committee. Well, you should say the point yourself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes. You know, other countries, they give workers maternity leave allowance. They are given money for bringing forth a human being on this world. But we are not asking this country to give women the allowance. We are asking they get the correct time to rest with their babies, to breastfeed, to bond, to do some activities with the baby. And above all, there is nothing bad like having any disparity in leave days, Mr. Speaker. As a member of Labour Committee, we will commit ourselves to give the feedback in 2 weeks, and we will consider this to the latter, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The last one, Dawood.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I agree with Honorable Modoni's request. Mr. Speaker, the committee should even look at paternity leave so that it aligns with the maternity as well, so that it is structured. Thank you.
Okay, Donya, how long, order? You want, how long do you need to come with it? It's a comprehensive thing, it's harmonization. It means you have to go through the broad spectrum of the employers in the country, government, private sector, public sector, everywhere, for you to be able to come up with a comprehensive report and say, this is how the practice is now, and this is how we intend to seek harmonization, whether through what do you call, an amendment to the labor laws or whatever it is. So give yourself enough time. Don't say 2 weeks and then you end up coming back and saying we need more time.
Okay,
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, if you had not mentioned about the complexity of the matter, I could have even told you this one, if women sit down, we'll give you a response in 2 days, Mr. Speaker, because we know what we are going through. We are practical. This is not theory. We know what women go through. So when I say it is 2 weeks, it stands to be 2 weeks. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a serious matter.
When you look at the question, it's not your emotional aspect here. The question says harmonization. Donya.
Truth of the matter.
Order. I don't think you understand how this question was put, or the statement sought. Harmonization, which means you first of all study exactly what are the current state, private sector, public sector, different private sectors, how much time they give. And then you come together with that, you collect that report, you collect it, and then you say, we intend to harmonize by saying 6 months, or 1 year, or 2 months, or 2 weeks. It's up to you. So don't underestimate. Don't underestimate the complexity of the matter itself, because you're answering a statement sought. You are not answering your heart. Thank you. Okay. Well, yeah. Yes. Proceed, my dear lady from the Ma area, from Samburu, if I'm not wrong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance also to contribute on the issue of the breastfeeding and the leave allowance for the mothers. Mr. Speaker, this is really a very serious matter that needs to be given a lot of attention, because during delivery, mothers really go through a lot of difficulty. It's not all deliveries that are easy. And even bonding with the children, they need a lot of time. Mothers need to recover, they need to take time to heal, they need even to get their bodies come back to be able to work well. So they need to be given enough time as being proposed by the member who has just read the statement. So this serious issue needs to be discussed in depth, not only by the women, but by even all the employers in this country. They need to look at the legislation, and this must be clearly put into our legislation such that if an employee employs a woman or a lady, and it happens that a lady gets pregnant, they need to be taken care of when she's pregnant. They need to be given enough time during delivery. Enough time, we are proposing 6 months and beyond, so that they can get time to heal and to be able to regain the energy to be able to come back and deliver and give back to their work. Secondly, even the institutions
after the women have given birth. Mr. Speaker, our institutions need to consider these breastfeeding women, because sometimes some come to work even carrying their children. And if even getting a place to sit and breastfeed their children is a problem. So we need all the institutions, including even Parliament, to have a special place, set a special place for breastfeeding of our children, so that those ladies who deliver can even continue breastfeeding their children after the expiry of their maternity leave period, so that we can take care of the children well and take care of our mothers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'll give you an opportunity. Just relax. We have certain traditions even within the wider spectrum of our own community. For example, one or two communities I know, the wives are supposed to breastfeed for at least 2 years or 3 years. The Ma community, am I right? And in that time, women are not even allowed to consummate love with their husbands. Am I right? That goes also for the Borans. It used to go for the Somalis in the olden days. I don't know whether it's still there. So when you need to do something, you do psychosocial, all this private sector, public sector. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to put my thoughts into this because I represent a rather different constituency, where most of my constituents, mostly women, are single women and are independently employed. There are people who are working in the markets, people who are employed themselves. So, let it not be lost to us that, like a few days ago, the president said, once a person gets pregnant, from there on, they start getting paid. So I think, yeah, that is what he said from the State House. That is what he said.
Order.
That is what he said, and I think it is also be advantageous to us if these women who work in this market also get some stipend during that leave, so that they can be able to survive for the maternity leave also, so that they can. There's no woman who is more woman than the other, so they also deserve this stipend as they are breastfeeding their children for a period of maybe those 6 months. I think this is something that should be looked at generally. We should not subject only those women who.
You've made your point very well. No, I do understand. The chair understands what you said. You are talking about maternity leave for people who are order. People who are in gainful employments. How about the ones who are self-employed? How about the ones who are casuals? You see what I mean? What he's actually doing is that he's saying, look, all women are not in employment. There are women who do not have employment, but who still need to bond with their children. Now, how do you go about it? You're right. I think you have a very strong point on this. Millie, you should weigh in on this. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've actually brought a bill which I think the Health Committee has deemed that it might not be necessary to bring, which is called the Family Reproductive Health Care Bill. And the Family Reproductive Health Care Bill looks at the entire spectrum, and it looks at all women in whole. But we must realize that what the Honorable Member is saying is actually true, that there's a challenge because of the economic situation of the country, that there are women, like I talked about, even women who work for me, whether as house helps or otherwise, but they work for me. They are not self-employed. So the challenge is, what about that woman who is self-employed?
Absolutely.
Who earns 2,000 maybe or 3,000 per month? How do they survive? The only thing that I'm not too sure he got right, that the president said that all women who are pregnant will be paid by the president.
I'm not too sure about that too.
I'm not too sure because, Mr. Speaker, will get pregnant tomorrow. I also want that money. But I don't think the president said
I haven't had that, but then nonetheless, don't invoke the president's name. You are not a minister. You know what I mean? You are the only people who can invoke the president's or other government policy are the people who are in the government. Anyway, proceed. Yeah, Donya, give us now based on the complexities of what you have had. The House is trying to help you. How much time do you need?
Mr. Speaker, as much as we want to help Donya, I also want to help the workers to get the information adequately.
How much
and at
time
the right
do you need?
time.
How much time?
Because this is not rocket science, Mr. Speaker, we already have it in the Employment Act. Just allow me to be firm with my 2 weeks. There is nothing. I'm the one who has been asked, Honorable Millie, and we will work on it. I insist we will do the report in 2 weeks. So
Okay.
you dare as it is okay. Then after.
It's so directed that you should have this report in 2 weeks' time, and which of course, order. But who is the chair? The chair sees that order. It's so directed. It's so directed. So you hit the ground running from this afternoon, and get your act together. Okay, Honorable. Lidoraso? No, MP for Sako on lands.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Lands regarding the reversion of land previously acquired by KBC in Kiltakorma location, Saku constituency. Honorable Speaker, in 1995, the local community in Saku constituency surrendered a parcel of community land situated in Kiltakorma location, which was then held in trust by the former Marsabit County Council to the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation through compulsory acquisition. The acquisition was undertaken in the public interest to facilitate the establishment of a KBC earth-ground station intended to enhance and expand FM radio broadcasting services from the northern region of Kenya. Speaker, technological advancement in the broadcasting sector have, over time, rendered the earth-ground station obsolete. Consequently, the facility has been abandoned and is no longer operational, while the land in which it is situated has remained idle and unutilized for several years. The public purpose for which the land was acquired has therefore effectively ceased to exist. The continued retention of the land by the KBC, notwithstanding its prolonged non-utilization, has deprived the community of an opportunity to benefit from this valuable public resource through its reallocation to priority socio-economic development initiative. Such initiative may include the establishment of public institutions, social amenities, and other community projects capable of direct measures being taken by the Ministry of Land, Public Work, Housing, and Urban Development in consultation with the KBC and the relevant governmental agencies to facilitate
And Honorable Speaker, allow me to request that the House benefits from myself as